before up the hill, obviously I bought a marker and play. The slight dog leg to the left, so it's not massive dog leg, but there is turn to the left. These trees on the left are in range. The trees up on the right hand side are out of range. Okay? So I think about things, I tee up closer to the danger and try and hit away from it. So anything right of the marker post is good here. You will, if you're up left, there's a bunker left of the green as well. The course guide tells you that, the bunker's left of the green, so everything up the left's a problem on this hole. So I tee up on the problem side and hit away from it.
Yep.
Okay? If you tend to slice it as well, you've got to start because you're hitting away from it. If I teed up over there, I'm then having to aim left to get back on the middle of the fairway. So I'm bringing the danger into play. So I look at this thinking, the marker post to the trees on the right, that is now the middle of my fairway. If I can hit from here to the right hand side, the marker post, it's good. It's much easier to pick it up from the left hand side of the tee. Yeah? So I'm just standing here thinking, right, I've teed up next to the danger, I've assessed the danger first, so I know where the problem is, then I think where do I want to go? And I never do it in the opposite order. So if I did it in the opposite order and thought, okay, I want to go up the right hand side, that'd be great, don't go left. The last thing my mind registers is don't go left. Okay, so I'm now standing here thinking, okay, left's the danger, I've assessed that, that's cool, now anywhere up the right hand side is good. So the last thing my mind's thinking is right hand side. So I've teed myself up on the left, knowing the left's the trouble, anywhere up the right hand side is good, so I'm standing here thinking, okay, up the right hand side's pretty good. Started on it, turned it off, tailed it a little bit too much, didn't want to turn it as far as that, but because I'd teed myself up here, I'd given myself a good start line to err on that side.
Yep.
Alright, cool. Right. So Dan went left there, right? Because you teed up on the left hand side of the tee, and we're aiming down the right side of the fairway, there was room both ways to miss. Okay? Right, so we're going to do a little bit of shot shaping. Can we all shape the shot?
Yes.
Got an idea how it works?
I've got them all.
Purpose, no.
I can do them all, yeah.
Deliberately?
Just, no. I've got all the shots, just not in the right order.
So we're going to try and hook this around the corner here. So this is quite an extreme right to left, but it's similar to a draw, but we're just going to take it a little bit further. So if we can understand how this works, I always think that if I can get people to really hook the ball over, you can tone that down and getting draw becomes easier, and vice versa, slice to hit fade. So if my ball here, the one I've got teed up, we obviously want to go around these trees here, so it's quite a slinging shot. If I am aiming towards that, see that marker post on the 11th hole there?
Yeah.
If that's a straight shot, I want the ball to start either on that or just right of that and get the ball to curve left past it. Okay. So in order to do that, I need to swing out to the right. So my path has to be from inside to outside. So I have to swing in this fashion out to the right. So I want my path of my club to be going out here somewhere, roughly. And then in order to get the curvature, so that's going to get the curvature as the path, but the face aim is where the ball's going to start. So if I just swing straight into out on the red line and leave the face pointing towards that, I'm going to hit straight right. Okay. If I swing into out on the red path and leave the face pointing towards the white cane, it's going to start in the white cane and turn too far left. So I need the club face to marry up in between there somewhere. Okay. Now if I, in a perfect world, if that from there to there, let's say that for ease is 10 degrees from white to red, and then green's 5 degrees, and I hit out in the middle of the club, it's going to draw perfectly back onto target. Okay, so it would draw back onto the white light, it would draw back onto that target up there. But we want to curve this even further, so I want my face to be more this side and swing further to the right of the face. So I'm going to swing out to the right of the face, so the face is going to point left, and I'm going to swing out to the right to get this ball to curve. With me?
Of course.
Achievable?
Always.
Always. So I'm not really trying to be flippy with the wrists or anything, I'm just really understanding what's going on with the face and the path. So I'm aiming my feet, you can aim the feet out to the right to help, but really we're trying to get the path to, okay, path of the club. So I'm there, I'm aiming just now on the white, on the marker post. I'm going to swing to the right of the marker post, and my face is going to be pretty square to that marker post to get that ball to curve. The ball's curved to the left because of that. And if I was to fade it, I'd do the opposite. I would leave the face wherever I'm aiming, and I'm swinging out to the left this time, and I'm going to get a different shape, and the ball's going to curve to the right. So we try it. Good, pretty good, good straight shot. So, face and path are pretty much married up. You can see where your ball went. You feel quite middle strike.
I feel like keen maybe off.
A little bit heely,
Like
perhaps.
Healy, aye.
So your path was probably pretty square and face pretty square to that. You just need to try and get the path further to the right with the face closing to that path. Okay, so that's okay. So went straight right.
Yeah.
So path was out here.
Yeah.
Face was square to the path. Just never got the face closed enough in there.
Yeah.
Right. So really got slinging around the corner. So path is obviously out to the right. Face closed to path. Good
Too much,
understanding of it. Got it working.
I'm trying to feel the weight.
Yep.
To put it in, try to keep my tempo.
When you're trying to when you're doing that, look at the back of the hole. Right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want the ball pouring in the front.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to use the brake. You don't want the brake to happen here, so you want to try and hit that tee.
Okay.
So when you're trying to get your depth perception and you're looking at the hole to feel that back of the hole.
Look at the back of the hole. Okay.
Anything shot's not going to go in.
No.
I think that's true. So that tees the object. It's a nice straight putt up the slope.
That's the one.
When lining up the putt, if you come down, you just come down to the lower side of the green and look back up at the putt. So I go halfway between where the ball is and where the hole is, and then I think to myself, I've only got to get it from there to there, then there to there. Seems pretty simple. And when we look back up the way, you're almost reading it like a book. So if you held a book open, you hold it this way to read the book. So you get a better picture, better perspective, better depth perception from looking from the lower side of the line. Okay, so that looks like that's achievable. That putt's achievable. So if you poured water on the green, where's it going to go? If this was concrete, it's going to pour to the right. I'd assume, yes. When the ball slows down, gravity is going to take over. So that's when it's going to break the most. We've got a little bit of dew on this green this morning, but once the ball slows down, it's going to take the gravity. Gravity's going to take it. Did we talk before about every putt being a straight putt?
Don't think so.
No, we talked about the apex of the putt.
Yeah, we did mention that, yeah.
So trying to get to the apex, a straight line to the apex. So if I'm going for this ball on the left there, that little leaf, if I can get at the top of that leaf in a straight line and then let gravity do its thing after that.
Yep.
So I'm looking at this as a straight putt going towards that little leaf there, straight to the leaf, and then when it slows down, gravity is going to take control and it's going to fall to the side. Okay, so it's trying to look for that straight line, so your apex, aiming just above your apex to get it to fall down there. Okay, makes sense, aye?
Yeah.
Rather than looking at it as a curve, because it's so hard for us to roll a ball on a curve.
Filled it.
Still good though, so you've aired on
Yeah.
that side, so everything there's falling towards the hole.
Yeah.
So if that had been low, everything's going to get further and further away from the hole, further and further and further away. So you've aired on the right side. Right, so downhill lie. Do you guys get awkward lies in a golf course? Downhill,
Yes.
cross
Oh, yeah.
hill, uphill, side hill, all sorts of
Yeah,
things.
all in the same shot.
All in the same shot. Well, you do, aye, absolutely. So if I'm hitting over there, I'm now downhill and across the hill. Tough work. So we'll do downhill, and then I'll hit one downhill, and then I'll talk about across the hill. Okay, what happens if I'm hitting that way and that way? Okay. So downhill lie, the golf ball is higher up, if you like. So I need to get the ball back in my stance. That makes sense. If I took my normal ball position for 7-iron, which I have in my hand, which is left chest, if I take that normal position, my club's going to meet the ground earlier because the ground's higher. So I'm either going to chunk it or there's a chance I'll thin it. Okay, so your little chip shot in the last Gordon, you caught it a wee fraction heavy
Yeah.
just because ball position was your normal ball position, and downhill lie, ball need to go a little bit further back. So I have to put ball further back in my stance. So ball now goes behind centre. Depending on the severity of the slope, the steeper the slope, the further back the ball's going to go, because the higher it's going to sit in relation to the swing arc. So I have ball back in my stance, all my weight's supported by the lower foot. So if I'm uphill, it's supported by my right foot, the lower foot, and I try and get my shoulders as parallel to the slope as I can. Now I don't want to fight against the slope, I want to swing down this slope. Okay, so ball's back, I'm here, weights on the left. As I come down, I'm hitting golf ball, and I want to continue to swing down the slope as long as I can, which looks like an exaggerated move, but that's the only way I'm going to get the ball hopefully in the air. Okay. Ball's going to come out lower, it's going to land and run a lot further, purely because the angles that I'm trying to deliver into impact. So I've got 7-iron, this is a severe slope, ball's well back in stance, weights left, keep weight left, swinging down the slope, staying down for as long as I possibly can to try and help the ball up. It's a severe slope, so it went to the level of the height of the slope. That's pretty much the best I'm going to get there.
Very good.
Sorry if you
Aye, go
mentioned
for it,
this. You seem to be gripping down quite a lot
Aye.
on that there.
Try to control it the best I can. So I'm gripping down the club, you're absolutely right. So distance is going to fly less because it's gripping down, making the club shorter, then it's going to run further. If I grip long here, I'm bringing this into play. So I'm gripping down. This one I'll try and get a bit better, so I'll try and stay down on it more, so that one was a little bit clean. So I managed to get down that, so I stayed down the slope, got ball turf strike, so therefore I got a better result, but I really had to exaggerate how far down I was staying there. Okay, makes sense?
Yeah.
Tricky one. So the opposite would happen uphill. My weight would support by the lower foot, ball position would go further forward, and I swing up the line of my shoulders. So ball's above my feet. It's closer, it's obviously higher. I have to stand, I have to make the club shorter to allow for that. Ball's going to go left because my swing plane is going to be flatter, so I'm swinging more round the body. Whereas if I was sitting the other way, the swing plane would be more upright, I'd be cutting across, so I'd get a slice. So this lie is going to determine the direction of the ball flight as well. So I have to aim to the right, and I grip down. Ball position's similar. I try and stay as static as I can, so not much weight shift, and it's quite an armsy swing. Okay. Another thing is if I'm aiming along that line, and I look at that club there, and I think my leading edge is pointing towards that white line. If I face my club towards that, along that white line, so my leading edge, as I look there, my leading edge is pointing perfectly along that white line. Where's it pointing? Is it pointing left of the line as I look?
Yes,
Aye,
yeah.
Yep. That's face plane tilt. So as I look at it, I swear my leading edge is perfectly in line with that white cane. But because I've lifted the club up, and the further up I lift it, I'm still keeping the leading edge square to the line. See how far left it goes. So the severity of the slope, I'm going to have to aim out there, but it's going to fly left, so I'm going to have to aim there with that severe slope. So on this one here, I'm going to have to start there somewhere, and then the ball's going to fly left. So I'm aiming that far right to try and get the ball to come back onto its target.
Yep.
And of course the opposite would happen this way. So if I'm on the level, square, and then the opposite's going to happen. So taking these things into consideration. So there's a lot of changes go on when we're on different lies. Yet everyone goes to the range and just plays off the mat.
Yep.
Plays off the mat. So if you can get out there and practice awkward lies, it makes a big difference. Ball a little bit further back in my stance, weight left, and then when I come down I want to feel as though, you can feel as though you swing a little bit left to chop across. That's going to help to get the ball out. I personally don't do that. I feel as though I can just come straight down on the back of the ball and miss this stuff altogether.
Do you do anything about gripping a bit tighter to
I do grip
prevent
firmer.
it turning over?
Aye,
Yeah.
absolutely. I do grip firmer. So you're right. So when we catch this grass here, if I come down steep, there's less chance of it turning over. If I'm coming in here, the grass is going to wrap in the hosel. The hosel will slow down, the toe will take over. So the ball's going to go left because of that. If I can come down steep enough on the back of the ball, I feel as though I hold the face towards target for longer. Yeah, probably a tighter grip pressure to do that. I don't change position of the hands on the grip, but certainly the grip pressure becomes tighter.
So a lot of times if you've hit the same way off, you're probably a bit further away from
Yep.
the green.
Absolutely.
At what point do you think, right, I need to just get this back in play, or I can get a 5-iron on it, or
Aye, so lie dictates that, and that's
So-
through practice, of course. But
Right.
if you, so we are further back because we've hit semi-off. But the shot you're going to play out here, if you can catch strike out here, it's going to run further. So it's allowing for that ball flight. Trajectory is going to be down. It's going to land earlier and run further, like the downhill live shot.
okay.
Just taking that into consideration. When you're playing a fairway wood or something out here, it's going to be a lot harder. But then there's more mass on the head to get through this stuff here,
Yeah.
because we can't come down quite as steep on that. Okay. So I grip tighter. Ball's a little bit further back. I grip tighter. And when it feels I'm coming down, I want to miss this grass here. Okay. I'm there, coming down. I don't cut across. I just try and keep it as neutral as possible. Get the ball out. I missed the bit of grass I was after. There was my ball there, so you can see I've still taken quite a bit of grass, but there's more divot behind where the ball was. There's an angle of attack coming down, hitting ball, then low point and away.
Okay.
Do you want to try it?
Yay! So that kind of lie that you had there, what's the maximum club that you would be throwing in at that?
I would try and look to get as much loft on every shot as possible.
Really?
This is par 5, I've hit 8 iron there. It's probably ran about the distance of a 7 or a 6 iron because the light squirted out. I've only carried it about 120, I hit 8 iron 160. I've carried it about 120, but it's probably run about 60 or 70
Right.
because
okay.
of this lie.
I've got 9 iron here.
I've got 9 iron. Okay, good, so get most of your weight on your left foot. Get that impact, get address, get that right in there. That's where you're returning to, yeah, get that
Right.
edge as close to the back of the ball as you can. So your weight's left,
Yeah.
you're coming down steep on the back of the golf ball, nice strong grip. Done.
Definitely, I felt a lot
That was
cleaner
good.
than what I normally
That was
get.
good straight, but get as much loft on it as you can. You just
Yeah.
accept, if you put it here, you need to get back into play before you get to the green, if you can't reach the green from the lie you're in.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
good stuff. Well done. Good. Lower, flatter flight.
Yep.
What did you hit there?
8.
8 iron. So ball was here.
Mm-hmm.
You've taken this away, and you can see you've continued. Main part of the divot is past the impact.
Yep.
Very good. Well done. Weights left, hands a little bit further forward. What club have you got?
That's an 8.
9, 8 iron. Perfect. So we're going to come down steep. We're keeping the weight left. We're trying to hit down the back of the golf ball. It's a good set up position there. Very good. Okay. That's fine though. That's brilliant. So squatted a wee bit to the right. It's unpredictable, but again, ball position was here. Main part of the divot is post impact because you were able to control angle of attack.
Perfect.
As this part of the divot is here, got a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, well done.
To where I was to start with, where I am now, it's night and day.
I definitely feel like my shot game, pitching and chipping and all that came on a lot since I started.
My ball striking is night and day. It's just the flight of the ball, everything is just completely different. Yeah, it's really good.